The sun just became very bright all of a sudden. Hello, sunshine. Haha! Success! Hello, everyone. Today is the start of a new vlog, and we are very ambitious with this vlog. I'm sure you saw the thumbnail. We're very ambitious, okay? There is doubt in my mind that I will be able to actually finish all of these, so I am actually, if you can believe it, I'm actually going to do my best and just read as many as I possibly can. These are part of the Horror-a-Thon read-a-thon. These are the picks that I chose. Here, I will introduce them in the order that I am most likely to read them in, okay? Okay. Currently, I don't know what prompts they're fulfilling because I'm not looking at it right now. When I edit, I'll do a little thing. You'll know which prompts I'm talking about, don't worry. The first book I'm gonna start reading is Paula Santiago, bear with me, Paula Santiago and the River of Tears by Taylor K. Mejia. And this beautiful, sweet cover, look at it. There's, you see that? Reflectiveness? Okay? Okay. So, this book has to do, it's a middle grade, it's a Rick Riordan Presents. I don't really know what that means, but it is. It has to do with La Llorona, and it just has some sweet Latin representation, and I'm here for it, and I don't really get to read too much Latin fiction. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's YA, it doesn't matter if it's romance, it doesn't matter. I don't get to read too much Latin fiction, which blows for me because Latin, but we're slowly working it into our TBRs and our reading, so we're going to start with this one, Paula Santiago and the River of Tears. Boom. Next, we are going to read, this one I know what prompt it is, it's the group book, The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix. I want to read it because it's Grady Hendrix. He's kind of like a big deal, a big name I hear about. I know it's a slow burn. But I have also... See, here's the thing. I'm not against slow burns. I like slow burns. Give it to me. Give me all of the creepy and the atmospheric. I will eat it up all day long. What I don't like is when it's bad writing. I do hear good things. I hear good things. Okay, so those are the two books I'm likely going to finish and get done. Everything else, we have no idea, so fingers crossed, cross your toes. When No One Is Watching by Alyssa Cole. This book, I really have no idea what it's about, aside from the fact that BookTube is blowing up about it. Gentrification of a Brooklyn neighborhood takes on a sinister new meaning. Yes. I'm glad we have this book. The Institute by Stephen King. Look at that creepy car. Basically, children are kidnapped and they're taken to a train that is like, the compartment is their room, like a replica, but it has no doors and no windows. The Haunted, basically a haunted house story where this family moves into a new home and, ooh, the sun just became very bright all of a sudden. Hello, sunshine. The neighbors are like, this house is freaking haunted. Don't be here. And haunting ensues. It would, gosh, diddly darn Dan, it would be so lovely if I could get all of these read. 5 books, 5 days. I've done something similar before, just not since August. It's gonna be a ride, but I'm gonna take you along with me. Okay, start to a new vlog. Let's go. They're using a wood chipper outside. Supposed to read. look gorgeous. Amy Barrett was just confirmed to the Supreme Court. So I'm going to spend all day distracting myself. I'm going to edit both the videos that I recorded yesterday and get them up so you guys can see them later this week. And hopefully I'm going to read, I don't know if it's going to happen, that this is crazy. This American BS is crazy. I'm aghast. So, I'm going to do some yoga. I'm going to go shower. And then I'm going to edit. Every time I sit down for one of these videos, I'm like, what am I trying to say? What are we doing? I don't know what I'm reading. I don't know what day it is today, but it's the next day. And let's see. Let's just do the easy bit first. What I read yesterday, Paula, Santiago, and the River of Tears. Like, I think I said in my last vlog that I like when kids are put in like proportionately dangerous situation in books. Like, if your child in the book is like a witch with a demon spirit who gives them powers, put them in a situation to use it, you know? This is, wow. I'm on page 176, chapter 16. This is a very sweet book. I love their 6th graders, so I'm really loving the dynamic of friendship and budding hormones. That's adorable. I guess with it being a Rick Riordan Presents, I was expecting something like very much a ripoff of Percy Jackson, but it's not at all. It's very much its own book, its own storyline, its own set of magic rules and systems, and it's a really, really good read. I'm excited to see the end. I really would love to finish it today. Who knows what's going to happen today? I'm trying not to make plans anymore. Previously, I had, well, here's the thing, basically. It was always supposed to be a book that I was co-reading. I was reading while reading another book, okay? I got to Chapter 5, which is like Bill's part in part 2, basically. So I'm not like that far, but I'm having an emotional time trying to get through it. I've already said that there is a part I know is coming up that makes me uncomfortable, and every other character development moment is it's tainted. It's tainted with the knowledge of something disgusting. So it's hard for me to get through it right now. The plan is to still read it. The plan is to probably finish it up in November. I will never... Trust me when I say that if I read something in it and it's horribly awful, you're gonna see it, so don't worry about it. The other book that I have not finished, The Starless Sea. Here's the thing about this one. I am absolutely in love with it, but I want to devote my entire attention to it. I don't want to co-read this. I want to read it by itself. And I also don't want to feel pressure. Like, putting Starless Sea in a vlog is making me feel pressure because of myself. I am creating a pressure, a false sense of deadlines or timelines, and I want to just, like, sit back like it's a cup of good tea and just sip on it, you know? So, I love it dearly. I'm just gonna put it down until November, probably. I am going to read it. I want to read it before the end of the year. But I'm just gonna, just gonna be soft with myself for this last week of October. Because in my huff and puff to finish all of the read-a-thons or have each read-a-thon be a vlog or whatever false kind of pressure I was trying to create, I started another book when I was not really ready to. And I'm not mad. I don't not like it. I really do like this book, and I really like all of the books that I'm reading right now. It's just now I have put myself in a situation where I before never used to read more than one book at a time, and now I have 3 open books. And I just put out my November planning video, and that has multiple read-a-thons in it. One of them is a tome topple. Who knows if that's even gonna happen. So I'm just at a moment of reassessing the plans that I make and how big the plans I make should be. Under promise and over deliver, right? Right, even to myself. So I am going to stop promising in TBRs more than maybe like 5 books. I think my future TBRs are only going to be about 5 books long, so that way I can really focus on finding books that I actually want to read in that month, and there's not so much crossover, I'm not talking about the same 10 books for a month straight, So I think that'll help. I'm gonna read. And if I go outside, hopefully I can remember to take you along with me. All right. Let's go. Guess what I did last night? I finished a book last night, you guys. Oh my god, I finished a book. I typically I get very excited to finish a book. This month of October, this is the 6th book I've finished, and I'm very excited. I understand that a lot of people don't relate to young kids anymore, or don't really like to read about kids and stuff like that. And I get that, and I'm not here to change your opinion, I guess, or try to make you feel bad at all. I just want to say how I was just kind of blown away with how much I cared about the characters and how much I loved the story and how emotional I was getting, how much I related to these characters. I'm 24. We are no longer in 6th grade, but me and Paula, soul sisters, right there. Look at her. It was great. It does that thing that middle grades do where even though it is a series, it ends nicely and wrapped up so it doesn't feel like an ache on your heart. So Paula, Santiago, and her 2 friends know they're not supposed to go by the Gila River because people have been going missing for like literal decades. And Paula is a very scientific person, and her mom is very like leans into the Latin mysticism and folklore. So it's a lot about blending Latin folklore with real magics and stuff that are happening to Paula and to her 2 friends. It was very great. I really don't want to say too much because I feel like everything is a spoiler, and especially in a middle grade when there's only like a few big plot points. So I don't want to say too much, just that, yeah, I want to relate it more to Percy Jackson than I would to Harry Potter, more so because this is focusing on a specific folklore and how that is meshing into the real world for these characters. Also, how Percy Jackson, I feel like the kids got into a lot of danger, and I feel like this is the same thing. Like, it's still, like, you know, proportional, but I'm scared for them, you know? So, very good, excellent. Let me see. The next book is Paula Santiago in the Forest of... in Nightmares? I thought it said Imagination. Paula Santiago in the Forest of Nightmares is coming out summer of 2021. I sure hope so. Because I want to pick it up. And then last night I started the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. I got not very far. I got to chapter 2, about 25 pages in. It's made me laugh out loud, literally, like 3 times. It's very good. I've heard a lot about it being a slow burn and kind of boring in the beginning and people not liking it. And you know what? If they thought this book was boring in the beginning, I have 2 other books that maybe they should try out. So I'm going to keep going with this. I have an appointment with my bank at 2 in the afternoon, and I'm also going to film a video today. All right, let's get going. iced coffee today because it's cold outside and I feel a little masochistic. Alright, ladies and germs, that's the end of the vlog. We did it. Last night I officially finished the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. It was an absolute delight. Oh god. This was a very rewarding book. The ending is very rewarding, and the story is so well told, and so basically, there's these 6 women who are in a book club, and a new man moves into town, and because these women read true crime, they're really the only ones who pick up on the fact that this man has similar psychotic behaviors that psycho killers actually have. And they try to tell their husbands, and they try to, kind of save their town. And it's a struggle. It is a struggle. This book does not pull punches. It does not. Similar to Dracula and to Anne Rice's Interview with a Vampire, the bloodletting is a sexual type encounter, and there are children involved. So there's also that situation. There is the fact that these women are trying to communicate danger to their husbands, and it is something that they do not pick up on. There's a lot of marital discourse that's discussed, and a lot of kind of like a discussion on women and like, what does it mean to be strong as a woman, as a housewife, as a homemaker, as a mom, as a partner, as a wife? What does it mean to be strong? And God, let me see if I can find the quote. Think of us what you will. We made mistakes, and we probably scarred our children for life, and we froze sandwiches and forgot carpool and got divorced. But when the time came, we went the distance. More than this book is about vampires, this book is about being strong and going the distance and being a woman. This was definitely a 5-star read for me. This is definitely a new favorite. This book, it was very uniquely satisfying. Very satisfying ending. The plot was rough to get through, but everything had the depth that it required and the gravity that it required, and it is a beautiful masterpiece. I recommend it, even if vampires aren't necessarily your thing. If you like true crime, if you like murder stories or murder mysteries, or even, this is really just a thriller. It's a slow burn thriller, but it's a good slow burn thriller. This is definitely going to compete for like best book of 2020. For sure. This was very, very good. So if you haven't picked it up, if you haven't read it, I definitely recommend it. It's very good. All right. So even though I wanted to read five, I wanted to read 5 books in 5 days. I read 2 books in 5 days. And we're just gonna be so proud of ourselves for that, because this month sucked. So despite October being a total suckfest regarding reading and the American political system, I am going to just stride right into November, strong steps, head held high. Let's get reading, okay? I'm just gonna, make November my biatch and read, because nothing in this real world actually needs me this month. So these are the books I read this week. These are the books that I did not read this week. And this is the book that I'm going to pick up today. So I hope you guys have a great, have a great day, have a great week, have a great life. I hope to see you in the next video, and I hope you had fun here. Bye!